Yeah, viewers all over the world. For some of you that are seeing me for the first time, Ogbuefi Ezeana ugochitubelu na Oraifite ma ọ bụ aka ji ugo. I'm an ancient high priest. Abụ m onye isi nchụaja na ugochitubelu ọdịnala temple. Anyị na-agba afa miri emi rụkwazi ọrụ mmụọ dị iche iche. Abụkazị m onye isi nchụaja na ọdịnala Restoration Evangelical Mission bụrụ onye mgbasa ozi ọdịnala Igbo. So you can call me a priest or an evangelist. I will answer. My mission is to help people live better life. N'ụbọchị taa n'oge awa nke eziokwu, isiokwu anyị ji wee bịa bụ why African spirituality is the best. When na African spirituality is the best because now African spirituality is the compendium of the entire keys. In African spirituality, we have all the keys, but in some other religion and spirituality, they are using few of those keys. But in Africa spirituality, we are using all the keys simultaneously. I will explain. Let me use Christianity as an example. Christianity is using the keys of the power in the spoken words. They emphasize on the powers of spoken words. Yes. If you are asking me whether there is power in spoken words, the answer is yes. Capital yes. Mana enwere some certain work. Nsogbu ga-abụ ọdịna ndụ. Ifu na isi ike okwu ọnụ enwere ihe o mewuru. O nwere problem ị ga-anọ n'ime. Ifu na n'ike okwu ọnụ okwu ikwuru n'ọnụ cannot even help you. Enwere esemokwu gị na mmadụ ga-anọ n'ime. Ikwu okwu ọnụ cannot solve your problem. Ihe ị neediri ka ime some sacrifices. Example, ị neediri ọ bụ na ihe onye kpasuru iwe, ị neediri appeasement, ị neediri engage ọtụtụ ndị mmadụ ndị ya na ha dị na mma goro ụfọdụ ihe dị iche iche wee jee mee onye kene onye anwara nke o mere eme. O nwere ụfọdụ iwe ihe ọ ga-abụ ọ bụ na ime solution ị neediri wu restitution. But in African spirituality and Igbo spirituality, enweta ihe ndị a niile because anyị dị n'Igbo dị n'Iyaji. Igbo spirituality, why o ji wee bụrụ ọka ibe with Igbo spirituality nwere the practicality. Yes. Then where the spirituality? The practicality in Igbo spirituality and the spirituality are one. That is why African and Igbo spirituality remain the best. Ihe ndị a bụ ihe anyị ga-ewetara gị n'ụbọchị taa. But before we dive into today's lecture proper, important announcement. Don't forget that we are in the month of November. Our monthly ritual for the month is still ongoing. You can join us anywhere you are all over the world. This time, Saturday, and all of my na temple. Nisi ụtụtụ a, ejegoro m na temple chụọ aja gọọ for kwubi okwu n'isi ndị sonyela all over the world. Etu a ka anyị ga-emegide the last day of the month. So ọ bụrụ na ị dị interested isonyela, ihe ị ga-eme ewu ịchaatị m na WhatsApp. Ị forward your token donation to the account number. Chat them na WhatsApp, forward all details I need in order to book you. Yes. Etu I see me when issue to ejego in the temple to aja for this the press of the temple, children of the temple, members of Eze-Ana Restoration Evangelical Mission and consecrated group. So I want to show you in aja. I am military to aja here category 3 years. We have massive testimonies. But as you all know, we don't share testimonies on social media. Yes. So I want to interested in game we chat them na WhatsApp. I want other things you need. But see, Bason Kwan, I get a million pay Lomana Hamadu. Better temple, 220 days of powers. Jedeben Chuaja, Bueb, Mesraka, to Akaisi, me, I might tell you category 3 years. So, WhatsApp number getting what I'm more known when I do sing when Akuzia, Mobile Shock, Abalo, Afamilemi. More one day for Israel and Ajayanacho. WhatsApp number remains. You know, a screen gig of here 0805 78 37672. I repeat 0805 78 37672. Now let's dive into today's lecture. I'm not long much, but just pay attention. Bandage after Nanya weapon. I want mono. Strive for knowledge. If you are knowledgeable, you will master. If you lack knowledge, you remain a slave. So strive for the knowledge, because knowledge is the key. And I will teach you, I will give you the knowledge, I will give you the keys for you to understand the application of knowledge. Yeah. So what I'm saying in essence is today, Spirituality is one. Yes, but enwere other spirituality. Ọtụtụ ndị mmadụ na-use one single key for ihe ọbụla. Akpọrọ ya gwogwonishe. That is, ndị na-enye use one single key for every problem. Called prayer. Yes, but Igbo spirituality, Igbo spirituality, where the aspect of making declarations. In Igbo spirituality, that is the aspect of Ikedi, and that is the aspect of Christianity they use. But there is some certain problem in it. You need more than equal one. Yes. Onwelo the keys. Ebe oge ruo. Imade ima mmadu amaka. Etu a ima mmadu si wee mma. Etu a ka ima mmụọ si wee mma. Ọ bụrụ na if you have built personal relations with spiritual forces, you are building bridges. That is why I always advise you in Igbo spirituality to make peace with your spiritual forces. Name them. Be at peace. Align yourself with your chi onyowa. Na moso chigi. Because they are your personal guide. Chigi is your chi onyowa, is your personal guide, or call it guardian angel. Etu akesi other entities of powers, your spiritual associates. Name them. Ndị otu gị, ndị ọgbanje gị, ndị iyi ụwa gị, ndị gị na ha nwere ka ekwuo na mmụọ, ya spiritual element, and ndị gị na ha na-erikọ na ndị gị na ha na-ekekọ na mmụọ. All these are ezumezu. We call them ezumezu. As you are growing spiritually higher, that is how you will be making more friends, entities of powers that is higher. Let me give you a small example. If you are an army man, if you are an army, let me use army as an example. You will become a commission officer. Commission officer is when you pass through the NDA in Kaduna, and you are commissioned as a first lieutenant, 1 star. Yes. When you proceed higher, you have the second rank, called a second lieutenant. You have 2 stars. The same way, when you proceed more, you have 3 stars. You become captain. By the time you proceed more, the 3 stars will be gone. You hang 1 ego. You become major. Yes. When you hang another ego and 1 star, it becomes lieutenant colonel. When you add another star again, it becomes colonel. 1 ego, 2 star. When you add another star, making it 3-star general, it becomes brigadier general. When they remove all the stars, ego and 1 scissors, it becomes major general, and so on and so forth. These ranks you are seeing. By the time you become any of them, that is how the battalion, yes, or commands, you will be supervising. They are under you. I want to be a general. If those generals now, if their private cars gonna give something like this, guarding in front of their vehicle. So, the more in about an rank, the more I was subordinates, and when they in a command, then under a command. Then I guide again. It will according to spirituality. So when you are rising to the next level, there were more higher entities. Now I guide this again. The more in Bogota. A man obruna government official, maybe a neighbor judge. And when you go police Eliza. Onwe go bụrụ 1 corporal ga na-eso gị. Mana mgbe Bogota na as governor, onye ga-eso gị Bogota so ya bụ commission officer. Ọ bụrụ na Bogota say wo Mr. President, Or wake up lose your army, wake up lose your corner, Ghana by their back. Njode. Etu akoswe. Etu akodi kwa na mmụọ. So, ike dị n'okwu ọnụ. More in Bogota, more in our command the forces. So, but as a beginner, ike dị n'okwu ọnụ, o nwere ihe problem ị ga-anọ na ya. Use where ike okwu ọnụ, ihe dị ebube eme. Ọ bụrụ ma ike ọ dị n'okwu ọnụ, ike dị n'okwu ọnụ. Yes. Maka na enwere ndị ajelu nke Chukwu ndị ọrụ ha bụ ndị na-power the spoken words. Ha na ya. Whenever you make declaration, steady ike okwu ọnụ, they are the one that will back that ike okwu ọnụ ọbịa na mmezu. However, enwere problem ga-abụ ọ bụrụ na ọ dị. So ike okwu ọnụ cannot solve it. It needs the practical support. Ịmara na ọ bụgoro na military nwe ebe ọ ya wee ruo n'ihe asị na need tactical command ka eme reinforcement. So ihe na-achọ ịkọwalụgo bụ ihe ji wee gwa gị na Igbo spirituality is the best. Bụ na other spirituality relies solely on ike ekpere. Mana Igbo spirituality relies so much on ike ekpere, the very important. Ike go for the very important. Making declarations, very important. Igbo spirituality believes in ike aja, ịkwa aja, sacrifices. Ịkwa aja, Igbo spirituality believe it, and is a key on its own. Enwere keys, problems ị ga-anọ na ya, the doors that is shut against you. Only the power of prayer cannot open it. You need to add the power of sacrifices. Enwere problem ị ga-anọ na ya, you need the power of saraka. Enwere problem ị ga-anọ na, you need the power of selfless services, being a cause of joy to others. Joyful activities. Those are the keys. Enwere problem ị ga-anọ na ya, ga-achụrịrị aja ihe mme. O nwere problem ị ga-anọ na ya, any can give out life in exchange of life. Anyị na-akpọ ya Igbo onwe. In Igbo spirituality, nwere onye ọnwụ ga-ada n'isi ya. Enwego countless times people bịa na temple, ọ bụrụ onye ọnwụ na-ada n'isi ya. Ihe niile imegoro ka agba ya ọnwụ. Enwere ka esi arụ ya bụ ọrụ. And ị ga-enye ihe dị ndụ in exchange of life. That is the principle. Enwere some certain things ga-abụ ọ na-eme na ndụ, enidiri ihe aja. Enidiri ije chọọ aja ihe dị ndụ. Were ihe dị ndụ jee na mmụọ, where you plead there for exchange of life. Ilotara onye amụ the Eze-Ana akpọ Hezekiah. That Hezekiah nwa bụ a king. Agbagoro n'ọya anwụ. O wee jeruo mkpe. Wee banye na penance. Wee wetuo onwe ya n'ala. Wee baa na ịgba mkpe. He humbled himself. This one a cardigo power of prayer. Only this we can put into action. Yes, called the sober. By into penance. Oh, nyama ko bidon mebe. Chukwu okike wee zikwa onye amụma si aje gwazie ya. Na anugo akwa na-ebe. Maka ihe na akwa anugo akwa na-ebe. Na-enyekwuru more 15 years. I don't know what you are passing through, but I can tell you whatever it is that you are passing through right now. If you can understand the power of Igbo and African spirituality, that thing that is looks like it's beyond repair, you can get your life back. If you only you can agree with me. I don't know what you are passing through. I don't know what you are passing through right now in your family. But I can tell you, Nwachukwu, there are some people that have passed similar conditions. But one thing that is common among themselves is that they never give up. Some of them came to the temple with all hope. Said, Eze-Ana, we have done so much. What must we do to put a stop of this untimely death in our families? Many things. Most important thing is to find out exactly what led to such condition. Can you hear now about the spirit of death? Some of you that will be telling me that in your family there is this history of untimely death. No smoke without fire. Maybe there is anger. Maybe maybe they need appeasement. Maybe a spirit need appeasement. Maybe there is this cause. Something must be behind awakening the spirit of death to always come into your family to take somebody every 3 to 4 years. Somebody must die. Something must be done. Let me give you an example how you understand how things work. I keep saying it, that what is happening in these gross materials is prototype of what is happening in the spiritual realm. Let me give you an example. Do you know that if you have case in police station today, you have case with somebody in police station, and the police keep on inviting two of you to see how this case can be settled amicably. But if it at the wrong run, you people did not do the needful, that case can be charged to court. When it's obvious that the two people involved cannot solve their problem, settle out of court, police will not have any other choice to charge the matter to court. But let me tell you, when the case is still in the police station, at the police station, if you, the complainant, stop coming to the police station, maybe they have granted the person bail and ask you people to come the next day. It's just to see if two of you can settle this matter amicably. If at the end of the day the IPO is convinced that two of you don't want to settle out of court, he will not have any other choice than to take the matter to court, for court to decide. So what I'm saying is that, and then when somebody offends you, maybe the police have not arrested the person, you went to police station and lay a complaint against somebody. What the police will do is to follow you to go and arrest the person, so that the person will face the consequence of what the person have done to you. That is how it should be. So the same thing is what is happening in the spiritual realm. If somebody or an anger, an unappeased anger, maybe coming from somebody in the past, whether the person is a family member or non-family member, and the person is provoked, and this person cry for help, even whether the person have passed on or the person is still alive, don't allow anybody to continually raising voices in anger against your family. Because if the person keep complaining in the spiritual realm what you did to him or her, what your family did to him or her, the case will continue in the spiritual realm. The same way it will look like when somebody complain against you to policemen. Policemen will come and arrest you and put you in a police cell. So the same way, if there is any voice raising from your family or any accusing voice, whether living or dead, raising accusing finger against you or your family, their case will always be bringing up. Your case will always surface in the spiritual realm, and you will be always called upon. And you know the consequence of calling you upon, it will bring in so many things to discomfort you in one way or another. The same way, if somebody reports you to the police and you are invited to the police, you will be discomforted and you will spend a lot, maybe money and the rest of them. It will discomfort you, and it might even make you not to go where you're supposed to go. That is exactly what is happening in your family case. When there's a spirit that is laying accusing finger against you or your family members, you will never rest, because now na akpọnite case gị na mmụọ. So avoid anything over that game, make an appointed a case again and more. And in this particular case, he needed appeasement, he needed atonement, he needed restitution. Open problem he could solve. Yes. He gave me onwere ikpe na-abụ ọbụ n'ime ọ bụrụ ihe ị ga-eji ọnụ wee kwu nwee nke a ga-achụrịrị aja rụọ ọrụ dị na ya ka mmakwalụ ga-atụ maka ndị ga-asị gị ole nga ọ dị n'akwụkwọ nsọ ma ọ bụ ndị ga-asị make a point. A point I want to take is ịrụtara na onwere onye amị nke dara n'ute ọrịa, Army General nwa bie wee sị ya, nwa m odibia nwaanyị wee sị ya, nna m ukwu na ọrịa ọchị ya na-arịakwanụ na ọ bụrụ na ị ga-enwe okwukwe wee jee na pool of Bethesda na ị ga-eje ebe a je daa na mmiri a for 7 times na ị ga-abụkwara onye dị ọcha. Ọmụmụ ya amụsị ya na ọ bụrụ na in terms of water na ha nwere water n'obodo ha, ọ sị ya na ọ bụrụ all about water ya jewe na pool of Bethesda maka na o nwere ebe ihe na-eme. Aha ya bụ onye anya amịwu Neman mesịa wee decide ya ka eje na pool of Bethesda wee jee dakpuo na mmiri 7 times. Ị ga-ajụ why 7 times. Ihe a bụ ọrụ mmụọ ka a lụrụ maka na 7 bụ spiritual number. E wee sị ya dakpuo na mmiri 7 times. Ọ dakpuo mmiri, ọ dakpuo bine 7 times. Ọ dakpuo bine 7 times nwere onwe ya. Ntị ọ dị ka maka ọnụ nwa na-asị na ike adịrọ. If na this thing is a practical spirituality, ọ bụrụ nke e kwuru n'ọnụ, you must be, is an act that must be carried out. And Neman did that and he was healed. Another point, Makandegasi make a point. He looked at the story of Jesus, and that allegorical story in the Bible, how he healed someone that is blind. Can you hear me? In some cases, there is a report in the Bible that in some cases, he can use the word of mouth to heal some certain people instantly. Yes, I'm not disputing that, because I know many of such things have happened in the temple countless times. Yes. In the temple, I na-eme na onwe onye ga-awa ọbịa mgbe ị na-echara ihe na-eme n'ụzọ ya. Ifọdụ ihe onye a na-edebe ike okwu ọnụ ka onye idere ikwubieri okwu nwere onwe. Mana o nwere onye ga-abịanụ ifọdụ a ga-arụrịrị ọrụ mmụọ na aga achụrụrị aja n'isi ya maka ihe ụgwọ a na-agbụ ya. Now, o wee bụzie na onye nke a wee bịa, Jizọs wee sị ya, ọ malụgo na kesi onye a karịrị. O wee were ọnụ mmiri, saliva, misi ewuti aja wee tee n'anya, wee sịchapụ ya anya, wee fụ ụzọ. Ihe a bụ ọrụ mmụọ ka ọ lụrụ. Ị na-eche ka agwa gị na o wetara nzu ma ọ bụ edo adịa. Ị na-eche ka agwa gị na o wetara ọdụ opuo ma ọ bụ na o wetara ose ọjị tinye n'ime. Ọhịa na-achọ ka agwa gị. Mana missing saliva, ọ na ịmara ọ na ọrụ mmụọ anyị na-alụ n'Igbo spirituality na o nwere ọrụ mmụọ ị ga-alụ saliva ya aba na ya. Ị nwere idea? Ị mara o nwere ọrụ mmụọ ga-aba alụwa aja ga-aba na ya. Ị nwere idea? Ihe ama maka na ịbụ spiritualist. So mana eji asọ mmiri na aja wee mara ga-atụ ihe o mere, but were ụdọ ma ya ewu na were ewu ma ya ụdọ. What is important bụ na the person soro ụzọ ka aga. Ilotalụ dabụ nwaanyị anwa dị possess. O wee bụrụ na ha bụ from normal vegetables. No ha made the woman possess the person. Ọ bụrụ na kịta enwere ike isi na ọgwụ negative ọgba nje. O wee bịakwute onye a si onye ka unu bụ. You people have possessed his body for a very long time. Who are you people? And they responded that their region, Igwe. Igwe ajọ mmụọ. Like I told you in my previous lectures, they are the one that possessed this particular person. And Jesus began to make a point. He began to make a case for the person. He now told them, you, the religious spirit, do you know that this person you are holding ransomly is very important to his family? He negotiated with them. He bargained with them. And he found out that he required sacrifices of living things in order to buy your home, in order to exchange and secure the freedom of this particular soul and human spirit. What is animals to compare serving life of a human being? What he did, knowing fully well that there are many people to be settled are plenty, spirit to be settled are plenty. He now said that in order to save this particular person, that instead he is offering them animals, those pigs, in exchange of this singular person. So, like in Igbo spirituality, there is some certain things that will be happening in your life. We need to do sacrifices to forces of nature in exchange of your freedom, in order to pay for your spiritual debts, in order to pay for appease the spirit you have wronged, knowingly or unknowingly. So this pattern is the case using in spirituality. In ordinary Restoration Evangelical Mission, we have the ministration aspect. Ministration aspect is the key. Like today is Sunday. Once I'm done with this program, I'm heading straight to the place of worship, so that we start our Sunday service, our Sunday worship, and administration that follows. That is where we are using the power of spoken words. We have sermon. Yes. We have praises and worship. We have time of quality sermons to counsel you. And we have another part of that particular worship, the prayers and the releasing of blessings. These are all the normal procedure we use on our Sunday worships. But outside that, then for those of you that have other problem that is beyond or the defined word of mouth, then those people that required additional force to solve their problem, or atonement, or restitution, we call upon those spirit of death. What is the problem? Don't you know that the negative spirits do accuse people? They will begin to accuse you. This one you want to save has been one of us. He has been whining and dining with us over the years. Therefore, we will not allow him to go. He have to pay to do restitution because he have overstayed with us, wine and dine with us. So we cannot allow him to just go like that. I will now ask them, what can he offer you people so that he will let go? They will mention what they need. Then we offer them and we set the person free. Everything is not bamboos, no. Let me give you an example. You will agree with me that no governor can stop hoodlums totally. No governor will stop rascal people, the aboros, popularly known as aboro, the nuisance on the street. You can't stop them. What you normally do, the governors normally do is that he call those aboros give them in charge of collecting one revenue or the other, or to managing motor parks, then paying some percentage of tax to the government coffers. But if you decide to stop Agboro completely, I can tell you, we will record so much criminal activities in the societies, because those people are already misguided, because there is no amount you pay that will make me to start doing Agboro job. But there are some people that will do it. So what the governor will do is that to create small avenue where those Agboros will be getting small money they use to maintain their self. Then, and they confine them within under supervision, so that they will curtail their excesses and there will be harmony in the society. So that is what we do. In this world of gross material, we have negative spirit and we have positive spirit. So you cannot win war if you go all out with negative spirit. What you have to do is, so what we have to do is, what these people that is bringing in dark ogre, and we spirit are about dark ogre, there are negative vibrations. And when about ndamos, there are negative vibration. All have it there what I see who care. So what you have to do is to stop haja, and you go your way. So it's always the same thing in all ramification. So you cannot win war saying that negative spirit, they are nothing, that they can't do anything. Okay? They can bring you down. I'm not saying that you need to wine and dine with those negative spirits. No. Negative spirit can only be attracted to yourself by your lifestyle, by the way you live your life, by always possessing your mind with negative thought, negative vibrations. By so doing, naturally you attract them, because your vibration is negative, is unclean, so you will be able to attract unclean spirit to you. But if your vibration is very clean, positive, you will attract positive spirits. So what I can tell you is that if you have already attracted negative spirits, what you have to do is to settle them by ikenda mosu, by ikenda akuri. Then more because that is the only way out. So Igbo spirituality has many methods of settling those misguided negative energies. Put them in the right place so that there will be freedom. But when you decide that without doing sacrifices, you feel that you will remain where you are. Chat me on WhatsApp 0805-7837-672. I repeat, 0805-7837-672. Look in your screen, you will see it. Let us pray. Ekwem na Chineke. Ekwem na ọ dị ihe siri m ike ke Chineke na-apụghị isi m ụzọ m ga-esi lụwo ya, n'ihi na ọ mazuru ihe niile. Obi m siri ike na Chineke emeworo m ya, ya gazie. May the blessing of Chukwu Premier be with you all. May you be protected. May you be blessed. May God of Africa bless you all now and forevermore. Yeah, guys, we do the honor.